Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to today's session. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you can hear me, please kindly drop your favorite emoji in the comment section or let me know you're listening to me. Kindly tell me something. You're welcome. Good morning, good afternoon for whatever part of the country you're hearing me from. You're welcome. Kindly say something in the comment section so I get to know you are listening and you can hear me. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. So while doing that, my name is Queensley Ademola, and I'm the Digital Education Assistant Manager of EduTAMS. And we know what EduTAMS is a school and learning management platform that basically is cloud-based and it helps digitize every of your school processes from the point of admission to the point of graduation. Thank you, Tori Lopa Sanyaolu. Thank you so much for coming in. Good afternoon. Omololu Salami, you're welcome. You're welcome. So it's so nice to see all of you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. You all are welcome. So yes, I can see now. Yeah, I know people are listening. Hello, Michael Lanre, you're welcome. So we wouldn't want to waste much of our time. Kenneth, I see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So please just share this link to all of our other schools, share them so that they can also benefit. And we won't be wasting much of our time as we'll be diving right into the segment. And also kindly note that if you have questions, please drop your questions while the session goes on. And we'll pick them. We'll be answering all of these questions basically. And definitely we would, as the session keeps on going on, some important people are going to be coming in and I'm going to be introducing you to them. But before then, let's just dive right into today's session. So today's session, we themed it fees collection and revenue management system. And I hope it's not too late to still tell you happy resumption. And we all know how important when we talk about fee collection is to us all, because definitely we need money to drive our schools. Every of the processes basically needs money, and we know how it can be when it comes to fee collection. Money, it's a very sensitive topic. So without wasting much of our time, we're diving right into today's session. And please, if you can see my screen, kindly notify me, because we would want to carry ourselves along and we won't want to waste much of our time. Like I said earlier, if you have questions also, kindly drop them in the comment section. Welcome, Tayo Ogunlade. I can see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so let's dive into today's session. So we said today we are talking about our fee collection module, and we're talking about how to simplify this entire processes, the entire fee collection processes, because it is a very serious issue as school portal administrators, as school owners, as a bursar, as an administrator, basically, even to teachers also. It is a very, very important discussion. So today, we're going to be talking about the basic challenges, the major setbacks and challenges with the normal traditional fee collection. And when I say the challenges, basically, we have a very jamming challenge. We talk about inconsistent payments and delayed receipts. Over time, you will get to hear some parents will tell you they've paid, and you don't even know if they have paid or not. The payments might not be consistent, and they won't be able to get receipts, because definitely as a parent, if I paid some time back and I'm telling you I'll come back and get the receipt, and eventually I don't have a proof of that kind of payment, it is a very serious challenge. And also as a bursar or a payment, or the person in charge of payment, it's always very difficult if you have a very large population or a big school to be able to reconcile payment, to be able to reconcile your credit, your loss account, your trading profit and loss account, to be able to reconcile, okay, as a parent, I've paid, and I'm telling you, and you have not seen the money, and you're trying to reconcile, okay, where is this money coming from? Where is this money going to? What is the total expected payment for GSS1 class, the total expected payment for nursery class? And imagine you have a population of about 2,000 populations in your school, and you're just a bursar. You want to track all of this payment. It is usually very, very time consuming, and also it is a bottleneck for administrators. And all of this, also this major challenge, also we can it's also prone to human errors. You will see sometimes that just a particular zero from 1 million can make a huge difference, because let's say as a parent, I'm telling you I've paid the sum of 100,000. I and maybe as a bosser by mistake, sometimes it's not intentionally done, and you omitted just 1 0, and that means omitting 1 0 means that instead of 100,000, now it is 10,000 naira. So it is a very huge issue. Where is the 90,000 naira? And sometimes it is not intentional, but due to human error, which usually is unavoidable. We cannot avoid You can't avoid such scenarios. So we now talked about EduTAMS collection overview. EduTAMS has seen this major challenge and is saying, okay, fine, these are ways we can solve these challenges. So these are ways we've solved all of these challenges. We have the automated billing and invoice generation. That means instead of you writing all of those invoices at the end of the term and at the beginning of the term, trying to write the entire billings, and so long trying to send it to all of the teachers is usually very stressful and strenuous. EduTAMS has come to give you automated billing. That means you do not need to stress. It is automated. You can generate all of this bills and send it to your various schools. You have secure and instant payment with receipt generation. Particularly for someone like me, I really love the receipt generation, because that means at the point of payment, the moment I pay, I can easily generate my receipt immediately. And also, as an administrator, it saves you of printing receipts. That means you do not need to do all those printings of receipts. The system will generate this receipt for you and also for your parents. So it has solved that major challenge. And of course, with the secure and instant payment, it makes it very easy. Then, as a bossa or an administrator, we definitely want to have access to real-time access to our financial reports. We want to get the report timely. We want to see how it keeps on going, because the moment the entire report for me, let's say the entire collection I have in the school is 2,000 naira for as of 9 a.m. And it could be that by 9:03 the payment, the financial reports could have changed, because another payment might have come in, and I really want to monitor it by real time. I want to see how it is going by the day. So these are few things that Headhunters offers to you. And also one very, very key important thing is the unique student account number. Yes, because every individual student, they have a unique account number assigned to them that they can pay to. So this one helps the challenge of me as a parent. I have about 5 students, and I have about 5 children that are learners, and I want to pay their school fees. So I do not need to merge all of them. All of them can have their individual account numbers to solve all of these issues. And yes, it takes the stress out of fee collections for you as a school portal administrator, or as a bosser, as an administrator generally. So this takes me to key features, like I mentioned the other time. I said billing automation, automated receipts generation, payment overview and financial reports, then settlement and reconciliation. As a school owner, definitely, you want to get your settlement every day. You want to know your entire settlement, and you want to make sure that your account is properly reconciled. Now, what is now the value for schools and administrators? Yes, the values here is this. As a school or as an administrator, time efficiency is very, very important for you. You want to it saves you of the consuming, or of time consummation. It takes you of stress, improved cash flow, transparency and accountability, which is usually a big problem for schools, because sometimes there could be revenue leakage and you wouldn't even know. I've seen a scenario of a student that got admitted into the school via GSS1, and it was when this child was in GSS3 they got to know that even that parent, that particular child, that particular learner, they can't even track the entire school fees over the time, and they don't even know how. And these are few of the challenges we've seen in schools, which EduTAMS has come to solve. So that is the transparency. It gives you transparency, it gives you accountability. You can monitor every single fee collection in the school, and we have data-driven insights. Basically, as administrators, we make decisions and policies based on data. So this gives us This helps us get data to be able to make informed decisions. Then also minimize human error. Like we said, it is usually unavoidable for human error not to take place. But few of the values that EduTAMS possesses is there would be little to no human error, and it's to solve that major challenge. Now, what is the value for parents? Because definitely as a school owner, I want to make sure that everything is simpler and I put the convenience of my parents at to heart. So majorly, as a parent, definitely I do not want to go to the bank to go and queue to pay my children's school fees because I barely do not even have the time. I probably might be at work or anything. So I want to be able to pay my learners school, my children's school fees from the confines of my own, from my bedroom, and make sure that it is paid and I get my receipt. And for parents also, like I said, generated receipts, they immediately get their receipts and they get real-time payment acknowledgement. That means they get to know that, okay, yes, this payment is acknowledged, this payment is confirmed. This payment is confirmed and it is acknowledged. And what is the benefit for school alone? For school as a whole, it reduces administrative burden. So your administrative staff can concentrate on other things. It increase payment success rates. It makes sure that there's financial transparency, enhanced accountability, and improved parent satisfaction. Of course, if your parents are satisfied, they definitely would want to do business with you by coming over and over again and making sure their word stays in your school. So now we're going to be taking ourselves through our demo. That means everything I've been saying basically. Now, how do we now do it as a school owner? How do we set up? So basically, we have this had a few outlines that I have brought out for you. Majorly as a school portal administrator, if you want to use the financial the fee collection and revenue model, you definitely want to set up your fee structures. You want to generate your bills. You want to send bills, and you want to know how your parents can pay. You want to monitor real-time payments, and you want to get reports for revenue analysis. So without wasting much of our time, I hope you're ready. If you have questions, you're already dropping them in the comment section. So drop them for me. I'm going to pick it up. We are going to answer the questions also. And now we will be going into how can we do all of these things part-time as a school portal administrator. Definitely, you want to monitor all of these things. So I would be asking you if you can see my screen. You kindly notify me. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. So please notify me if you can see my screen so I get to know if we are both on the same page. All right, so basically now, if you want to basically do all of the steps, like I said, the first step here I've outlined is you have to make sure you set up your school structure. So when you're setting up your school structure, sorry, why my network is loading. When you want to set up your school structure, there are basic few things you definitely want to do. Of course, you want to log into your school portal. You want to log into your EduTAMS portal, and once you log in, you find your way to the side menu. I am hoping you're seeing my screen, so let me check if you can see my screen. So I know I'm not the only one. Oh, thank you, Tolulope. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tolulope. So yes, you definitely want to come to this side menu. Yes, you look at this side menu here, then you come to bursary. You can see we know that anything bursary means money. Once you come to bursary, you click on setup. So once you click on setup, you should be seeing something like this on your screen. So you see something like this on your screen. And the first thing here is the bursary setup. Definitely, you want to set up the fee collection method. You want to know, okay, do you want to know, okay, should all the payments be made as a single transactions? That is totally optional to you. It is whatever you feel is optional for your school. Now, do you want payments to be made per installment and amount available? If you do not want that option, you can click on another option. Do you want to allow installment in percentage? Like I said, it is your choice. And usually, do you want to bear the payment charge? Is it the client, that is the parents, or the school. Then one other very key important thing you definitely want to also do while you're still setting up your bursary is your payment categories. We understand that there are different payment categories. We have some payment categories that categories for probably staff word. You can see the categories I have here that I've made. We have staff word categories. Some will tell you discount, some will tell you 20% discount. Some people would say scholarship. Some people will say scholarship. Yes, now it depends on whatever category you want to have set in. And how can you set category? You come to this part of the payment category, you click on this action button. I hope you're still with me. You click on this action button, and once you click on this action button, it shows you add new category. So you can click on add new category, and once you click on add new category, you set, okay, so what category should we set for? Probably scholarship. Then once you set up, you set for scholarship, it asks you what is the description. So you can say students, depends on what you want. That's the beauty of EduTAMS portal: flexibility and personalization. So students who are not meant to pay school fees. So the moment you click on that, then the next thing you want to do is you want to click on status active. Do you want that payment to be active? Do you want it to be inactive? If I want it to be active, then I click on save. But currently, I basically do not want it to be active. But let's just save it. Then the moment I have that, the next thing you can see it here, we have scholarship already. So that means I have a payment category for scholarship. So we'll be using that going forward. You can see returning students. When we say returning student, that means students that maybe students that in the last session they were in GSS1, but now they are going to be going to GSS2. So they are new returning students. We have the new students categories. For you can see the way it is properly outlined. So that is to your school basically. Then payment installment. Definitely, what do I want to do here? I want to make sure that everybody gets to pay once. Like maybe my school fees is, let's say uniform fee is 20,000 naira. Do I want to give the parent the option to be able to pay 40 50 50 50 60 40 all at once? That means if it is 20,000 naira, they should make sure that they can only pay 20,000 naira. They cannot pay 10,000 naira now, 10,000 naira before. It's totally optional to you. So you can set that here. You click on the action button, you add new, and once you had just the same process, what percentage do you want it to be? Is it 50? And second installment, is it another 50? Then you select the status. Is it active? Is it inactive? That is totally dependent on you. Now, one other very key thing I like here for bursary is this. You can condition your parents that definitely every parent wants to get, at the end of the term, they want to make sure they get their children's report card. So you can condition is that your payments can be dependent on payments. So that means anybody that hasn't paid their school fees should probably get report card or should not be able to view their report card. So yeah, now I have set it that student results view dependent on payment. Yes. If I do not want it to be based on payment, I click on no. So it's dependent on you. Now, should I say payment type? Should it be compulsory? Then the payment method, is it full payment or part payment? That means if I click part payment, that means they can pay part payment and they will see their report card. So like I said, it is totally dependent on you. Please, if you followed me to this point, please just say hello and just tell me, yes, I followed, so I will know we are together. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Dapo. I can see you. If you follow to that point, please just tell me, yes, I have followed. Yes, and please keep dropping your question. Mr. Kenneth, I can see that question. I'm going to respond to the question when we get there. Please just let me know you're following me. Yes, I have followed you. I can see you. Just let me know. Let me know we're together. Please, I'll be checking back. I'm waiting. All right. So while you're doing that, I would assume we are still together. I would assume. Let me check again. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Kenneth. Thank you so much. I see you. Thank you so much. And now, after we've done the major bursary setup, the next thing we want to do is payment name. Now, when I say payment name, what I mean by payment name is this. That means I want to set up every of the account numbers. I want to be collecting all of my revenue. I want to be getting all of my revenue. Now, we have some schools that the account number they get their PTA fee is in probably FCMB. Some will get their socks fee in probably Union Bank. It depends on the kind of system you run, basically. So that is what payment name is for. You can see here now, I have set that school tuition fee should be received in Access Bank, transport fee should be received in First Bank, textbook should be received in First. You can see different cardigan in Guarantee Trust Bank. You can see this. So how do I do all of this? Basically, I still come here. Always note when you're on the EduTAMS portal, always look forward to this action button. It's very, very important. There is definitely something there for you to do. That is why the action button is there. So now, if I want to set my payment name now, like uh, what payment name should I give? You can give me suggestion. Let me look for launch. Let's say launch. I want the account number to be GTB. So you can see that you can choose variety, you can choose OPay, it depends on what you want. So, and what is the settlement account number? Let's do 47. So what's the payment option? Do I want it to be compulsory? Do I want it to be optional? It's your choice. Who is going to be the fee bearer? When I say fee bearer, that means the bank charge. Is the client or the school? Then you click on it. Let's say client, then status active. And all you need to do is you click on save. So basically, that means every fee that is meant for launch would be coming into that GTB account. You can see payment name created successfully. So that is one major part of the payment. Definitely, you set your payment name. Now, one very important thing, definitely, I know that you want to also do now is you want to set schedule. You want to set schedule. And when I say schedule, I mean you want to set that, okay, for GSS1, your school fees is 30,000 naira. For GSS2, your own school fees is 35,000 naira. So definitely you come to this side menu, still under bursary, you find the payment schedule, then you click on set schedule. So your set schedule should look something like this. It should look something like this. Now, the beautiful part of this set schedule is this. We know some schools that is the same payment that they were using for last term that they are still going to use for this term. So if you feel that, okay, you want to, instead of the payment name that I've set for last term, I want it to still remain for this term. Instead of me to be doing it afresh, I can easily just come here and just click on import schedule for current term. That means it's going to import the previous schedules that I've set for last term into this term. So it saves me all the stress of rescheduling. But for the sake of new schools, what do you want to do? You're going to be seeing something like this, maybe GSS1 and everything. So what do I want to do? Definitely, I probably want to set or I want to edit amount. So now, how do I now set? So I want this particular returning student category. I want the transportation fee to now be 4,000 naira. Let's say I want to make it cheap for GSS1 and I want to make it very expensive for GSS2. Like I said, it's your choice. And this time I want to make sure that GSS3 pays just 200 naira. It is your choice. Then you click on save. So that means for returning category, their transport fee is going to be on that basis. Now you can see it here, 35,000, 30,000, and you can see 4,000 naira, 300,000 naira. It depends on what you want to do. And this is where the category we set the other time is working. Now you can see that category of scholarship I created. Let's look at it. Now, let's create for textbook just the same way. You keep on creating it for that. So without wasting much of our time also. Now, after we've created our schedules, we've set up our entire fee structure. Basically, now what do we want to do? We want to make sure we generate invoice. To make sure that while we generate this invoice, we send it. Please, are we together? Let me see if you're still listening. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Oludare. Thank you so much. So let's move forward. Now we want to generate our bills for our schools. We want to generate them. So you come to this, still under this payment schedule, you click on generate invoice. And the moment you click on generate invoice, you're going to be seeing something like this. Now, what do I want to do? I want to generate invoice for, let's say, GSS2. I click, you can see, then I click on fetch. So if I've fetched this, this is what I'm going to be seeing basically. You can see. It can tell, it's telling me now that for categories within new student categories, their payment is 10,000 naira, 25,000 naira. But basically, I still want to make sure that I can make sure that I view that per class, their major invoice. Now, while that is, what, sorry, so I want to make sure that per class now I can view the expected invoice that is meant to appear for me. Then I can now print it out. Now you can see this particular child. This is our invoice. This is Adebayo Mobolanle. Now you can see it's so unique to the school. The logo, everything is there. This is the invoice of this particular child. You can see it. Compulsory fee for this child. This is it. Payable, the paid, how much she has paid, the balance that she's expected to pay. You can see this is for the entire class. I decided that, okay, I want to see the entire invoice for the entire class. You can now choose to update the invoice. It is dependent on you, on what you want. And if you want to print it, definitely you can see this print invoice here. It will make sure it prints all of the invoices for this entire GSS2 class. It will make sure it prints all of those invoices for that entire GSS2 class. And definitely, I know that after we've done what we've looked at all of these things, definitely, one other key thing we want to make sure that we also do is you want to send this invoice. You want to make sure that after you've, some schools choose to print it, it depends on you, but some schools will choose that, you know what, I want to make sure I send this invoice to the parents directly, because it definitely is the parents I'm dealing with. There's a parent that will pay the school fees. So how do I now make sure that I send this invoice to the parents? So still under the bursary, you come down to the student account. You can see here, send invoice. Once you click on send invoice, you should see something like this. The system will ask you, is it invoice? Do you want to send this invoice by SMS, or do you want to send this invoice by mail? Now, if you want to send this invoice by SMS, you come here, and definitely you must have set your parents' phone numbers on in their details where you were collecting them. So definitely, once you come here, you say, okay, what session do I want to send this invoice for? What program? Then what class do I want to send invoice for? You select whatever class you want to send this invoice for. And definitely, if you feel that you know the name of the pair of the student, you can search. But now you can also click on fetch parent. Now, once you click on this fetch parent, for the entire parent in this entire class, I'm going to be getting all of these details. Now, these details is telling me this is the student's name. This is the entire students in this class. Do you want to send the invoice to all of them? If you want to send it to all of them, you can tick everything here. But I've sent an invoice before. That is why it's saying resend invoice. But if you've not sent it before, it will just say send invoice. Now, that means you can still keep on sending it as much as you want. So, but if I just want to make sure that I send this invoice to only Oluwayemisi, so only Oluwayemisi's parents is going to be getting this particular invoice. That means Yemisi's invoice that pertains to Yemisi, and it's going to look like this in this format. But the only difference is the name of this particular, the address of this particular child is going to be pertaining to that particular child. This is a sample. But by the time the parent is receiving the mail, you just click on send invoice. By the time the parent is receiving the SMS, the parent is receiving the SMS of Oluwayemisi. And if you choose that, okay, you want to send this invoice by mail, definitely you want to send, when I'm saying invoice, I mean mail, bills. If you choose that you want to send the bill also by mail, you can click on this. The same procedure, you fetch parent email. The only difference is it's going to be sending it to their mail. That means the parents that you've already collected their mails, and it's going to be sending it directly to them. I hope we are still together and you are taking questions from me. Please let me know we are still together. Oh, all right. That's great. I'll pick in your question. Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel Fashino. I see you. I'm going to respond. We're going to be going to the question and answer session soon. So just keep dropping your questions while we do this. Thank you so much. So after we've sent our bills to the school. What is the next thing we want to do? What is the next thing we really want to do? The next thing we want to do is we want our parents to be able to pay. Because after you've given them that, okay, your child's school fees is 20,000 naira, definitely you want your parents to be able to pay for that 20,000 naira. That takes me to how to pay as a parent. how to pay fees as a parent. Definitely, one very key important thing to notice, you must have made sure that your parents are already logged in on the platform. That means you've gotten all your parent details. I think we treated that last week in our previous session. We talked about adding students to the platform, adding staff to the platform, and adding parents to the platform. We will still be sent. You can always check our videos on our platform, and you can also check our we have our user manual. We can send them to you so you can look through that also. Now, after you've made sure that your parents are logged in and they've been attached to the student, one very key important thing definitely you want to do as a parent, if you want to pay or you want to direct your parents how to pay, is they would have to log in. And how do they log in? They log in with their phone number and their default password, except they have changed the password. And when they log in, they will be seeing something like this. They'll be seeing something exactly like this. Now, if I am a parent, I have two children, definitely I'm going to be seeing two children, child one, child two. If it's four, I'll be seeing them like that as much as it is possible. So definitely the next thing I want to do here is, after I've logged in as a parent, I want to now pay my child's school fees. So now I want to pay the school fees of Kausarat Sholanke. The first thing I need to do is I click on pay fees. If you can see this, once I click on pay fees, it takes me to Kausarat's platform. That means my child's platform, or probably the Guardian. So definitely my word's platform. So once I click on that pay fees, once it takes me to that one, sorry, the network is loading. While you take me to that part, the next thing I definitely want to do is I'm going to select the payment I want to pay. Then it's going to give me a generated account number and I pay. Oh, perfect. So you can see this. So now this is the entire bill for Kausarat. And you can see it has taken me to our platform. You are currently into Kausarat Sri Lanka's profile. So because he's my child, I can see everything my child is doing. I can see my child's platform. So once I get into this thing, the next thing I want to do is, you can see you can even print the invoice for your child. Then the next thing I want to do here is I want to click, okay, Coursera's payment for this entire term that is remaining is transport. So and our payment is supposed to be 4,000 naira. So what can I do? I just click on this select, then I pay. I hope my network is not going to fake me off. So, and he asks you, are you sure? If yes, then you click on yes. So while you click on yes, it's going to generate the account for the child to actually pay. And once it generates the account, okay, I hope I'm still there. Once it generates the account for the child to pay, then I pay for that child, and that is how I'm going to be paying for that child. This is taking me also, like I promised, we are not going to be wasting much of our time. To one very key important thing I'm super particular about is monitoring real-time payments. Monitoring real-time payments. As an administrator, you definitely want to know what is going on. You want to know, okay, how much has been paid this week, how much has been paid this month, how much has been paid today, how much has been paid this year. So here you can come here to this part under bursary. You come to online transactions. So if you come to online transactions, this is what you definitely want to see. You want to know the entire transactions. You can see for this week. Sorry, I did not pay any money. No money was paid in my school. It is a demo school. So if payment had been made this week, you would see day one payment, day two payment, day three payment. For today, 0 naira was paid this week, this year. And you can see all of the transactions that has been going on in the entire platform, both the ones that were successful, the ones that were not successful, the ones that were declined. So you can see them and you can know what is going on, so that probably if there are issues, you can get to monitor them and track the real-time payment. And okay, you want to track the revenue, same thing. You come to this part, you click on revenue, and once you click on revenue, you monitor the entire revenue also going on. You can see transport, textbook. These are the entire revenue I should be expecting. This year, this is the total revenue generated, 1,711,470. And you can see the revenues that generated it. School fees generated 29,000. Cardigan, you can monitor them. Which day do you want to check the revenue for? which day to which day do you want to check. Then you search, you can monitor all of this revenue just at a go. You can also monitor your settlement. Also, when I say settlement, I mean, okay, the entire amount of money that came into the school is 50,000 naira. How much has been deposited into my account as a school, into the school's account? That means bank settlement. So you can monitor the bank settlement also at a go. All of this from this point, you can monitor it. Then the last thing I'm going to be talking about also is you want to get the reports. That means part time, everything. You want to get the payment overview. If you want to get the report under student account, you come to reports here. Now, when I say report, that means across each of the classes. I want to know, okay, the payment name for textbook. How much has been paid from textbook? Is it paid? How much are they still owing across? You can see this. I hope we are still together. You can see for GSS1, 0 out of 3 students have paid for textbooks. GSS2, 5 out of 6 students. Across, this is the total. The amount owing, summary of all fees, summary of textbooks. You can see the analytics. You can monitor and track all of these things across all distribution, across the year, across the months and everything. Basically, everything you need to know around. You can check payment history and everything. So these are just few out of the things you can do with the fee collection and the generation. So I hope I carried. Okay, please let me just stop the screen. Yes. So I hope we followed through all of these things, and I know we have so many questions you want me to answer. So please drop them and let's answer all of these questions. Please, if you have a challenge you still do not get them, please just notify me while we take the questions. I know we have so many questions centering. And please, if you're still following me, let me know. Just tell me you're following. You're following. Thank you. So we'll start with our question from Mr. Kenneth. So Mr. Kenneth said, where the proportion of parents who have Android phone is about 20%, how can this happen? Yes, it can happen, sir. It can happen. Now, I understand that you're saying the proportion of parents who have Android phone. Definitely, since they all have access, sorry, since they all have access to the platform, you can put them through. They can come to the school if you feel that they need to come to the school. They log in also. The school can provide a laptop for them. And also there's a part where we call pay cash. Pay cash. That means for parents, we understand that there are still some parents that probably the old generations, they are so scared about doing online transactions. They can pay per cash and the bosser would impute the payment so that it can capture the payments that was paid per cash. So it is two options. Apart from the fact that they have the login, they can do the payments by themselves. They can also come to the school, they can give you the money, you pay per cash. So once they pay per cash, you log it in that this person has paid per cash. Then the system tracks it and merges it for you. So the system would notify you that, oh, this is the total amounts paid per cash, and this is the total number amounts paid paid online. So I hope that answered that question. If it doesn't, please notify me. If it doesn't, please notify me. And one other question also. I promise we're not going to take much of our time, but we are still going to make sure we have value for the little time we are going to use. So Emmanuel Fashioner said, I have been trying to upload the school logo to the portal. Each time it will tell me successful, but it wouldn't appear on the portal, even in the invoice. Um, I am doubting that is possible, but still, please give me the name of your school so our customer care will pick that immediately with you. All right, so I have one person in the building. This is my boss also, so he's going to be answering some of our questions too. Hello, Akindeyin, are you there? Akindeyin, are you there? Oh, so before he comes back, would finish up. So you said you please, Emmanuel Fashino, do me a favor. Write the name of your school, pick it up, and I send it. Your customer care will pick it up immediately. Please write the name of your school. Let me pick that up. Hello, Akinde, you're welcome.
Yes, hi. Good afternoon, Quincy. Can you hear
Good
me?
afternoon. Yes, I can hear you. So Akindenye
Okay.
Isiaki is the product manager of EduTAMS. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So please, Emmanuel, I'll be expecting the question, the name of your school, why you did that. So let's answer one of that very important question. So Ludare Olushola, in sending messages to parents aside from SMS and email, why not add other platform like WhatsApp and Telegram, etc?
Okay.
Oh yes, we have in okay. You're talking about messages in app. Akinde, do you want to answer the question?
Definitely. Thank you very much,
Oh, all
Quincy.
right.
Yeah. So those are some of the new updates that we have. So aside from, there are three ways at which you can now communicate to parents from the platform, right? You can use email communication, you can do bulk SMS, and you can also do WhatsApp. So right now, as a school, you can send your school bill to parent via WhatsApp. You can send results to parents via WhatsApp directly from your EduTAMS portal. So it makes it easier. You can even send any reminder you want to send to them via your platform, via your school portal. So now it now makes it interesting. So we are also still looking at how we integrate Telegram, but at least for now we know that on your platform as a school admin now, you can reach out to your parents either by sending school bill,
WhatsApp.
sending
Email.
results, or other forms of communication via WhatsApp, SMS, or email, while we are wait when we are going to integrate that of Telegram. I hope that answers your question, Olushola.
All right. So thank you, Akinley, for the answer. So you've heard it from my PM's mouth. We have the WhatsApp channel, we have the SMS channel, and we have the email channel where you can send messages, like he has said. So we are still waiting for some of your questions. And I'm still waiting for Emmanuel Fashino to tell me the name of his school to use. Also, Akindeng, I answered one question, and I would like you to also add more to this question. So, Kenneth said where the proportion of parents who have Android phone is about 20%, how can revenue fee collection be possible? How can it happen?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much for that question, Kenneth. I'm going to share, like, I'm going to use some examples that I've seen. There was a school I worked with, like, 2023. The school was looking to how do I start using technology for my school, right? And the school happens to be in the rural area, like almost this scenario also applies where most of the parents does not even have Android devices and all of that. So that was the fear that my school is in the rural area. How can I use technology? And what I told the school owner then was that just get started with it. In no time, more people, more parents that you're saying do not have access to these devices, you will start attracting more parents. You start attracting parents that see this innovation that you are doing in your school, and in no time, those parents that don't even have those devices would want to, because it is the future of tomorrow that we're talking about here. But for that school, this session,
I think
parents like it.
working.
Hello,
Okay.
can
Yeah,
you hear
please
me now?
continue. Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you now.
So, and the case of parent like it also with time faded away because parents were beginning to see that this school here is making things interesting and is making it easier for them as a parent to be able to do all of this thing. So in this case as well, it's just to kickstart parents usually like innovation as small as it is, right? They usually like innovation. So those 20%, when they see that this is innovation that is your school is bringing on board, that they are able to pay for fees, they're able to get their receipt instantly, without stress, they will be the one to also tell other parents, to refer it to other parents that, okay, this is what is going on in my child's school, and you, before you know, other parents will be coming to your school, and it's going to start bringing about development into your school. And also, like Quincy said the other time, aside from parents also using the platform, there's also the feature that we have called the offline payment, the pay cash. that even when parents pay offline, when they pay with the normal physical method, as a school admin or as a school owner, you can still use the pay cash to update your payment. So at least you have details to, what's going on in your school financially. So within those two angles, it works. One is that it's going to help to bring development, to your school, because now more parents will see that, these are the things that is great thing that is happening in your school. And the fact that even if they are paying, cash, you can use the platform to also update your platform. I hope I've been able to answer that question, Kenneth. If there are any other questions, do please share. We would always like to take them.
All right, so Kenneth is still asking a question. Thank you, Akindayo, for that. He said last time you overpaid for subscription and requested refund. Requested for refund, which EduTAMS said it is in his wallet, which is now
Mhm.
empty. I
Okay.
okay.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. So, Kenneth, definitely, if you have overpaid, your balance will still be in your school portal subscription. So, however, what you said now that your wallet is empty, that was because there was an upgrade in the payment service provider that we are using. So, it's not like it's still empty. Your money is still in the wallet. One of our customer support officer would also relate with you. Quincy, please help me note it. Kenneth, we would like to also please share the name of your school
The name
so
of
that
your school.
exactly, so that our customer support officer would follow up with you on it. So what happened basically was because there was just an upgrade in the payment service provider that we are using. So your money is still very actively in your wallet, and what the support officer will just do for you is just to help you to upgrade your platform, and you'll be able to see exactly how much you still have in your wallet. So no worries at all. Your money is still in your wallet. It was just as a result of some upgrade, that we did on the payment service provider that we have on the platform. And it's because we wanted you to also have more other options to be able to serve you much better. Okay, so I got the name of the school. So Quinsley, please take the name of the school so you can follow up with the support person. So thank you very much, Kenneth. So if should in case there are any other questions or clarifications that you might need, so please share them on the chat section. We would always be glad to take them for you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kenneth. I'm still waiting for um, Emmanuel Fashioner School because I would really like to also notify the support person in charge of his school so that he can help him out with that. Emmanuel Fashioner, please tell us the name of your school. So thank you so much, Kenneth, also for joining in from the beginning to this point. Thank you so much, Abodunde Adubi Oludare. Thank you so much. Please, if you still have questions, we still have about 3 more minutes. Please drop your question. Please drop your question. Thank you, Dakpo Kende. Thank you so much, sir. I see you, sir. Tolu Lokwe, Sonyolu, thank you. Temitope, Oshisonya, Blue Oceans, Tayo Ogunlade, Michael Lanre, Amolu Salami. Tolu Lokwe, Sonyolu, thank you so much. Please, if you have questions, please drop them. I'm still waiting. Emmanuel Fashino, please drop your question. The name of your school. The name of your school. I would like to really follow up with it. So, because we are so big on giving customer satisfaction, so please drop the name of your school. Oh, thank you so much, Abodinde. I see. Thank you. All right. So, please, if you have any other question, my PM came specifically to respond to our questions. So we would like to take them, we would like to put you through. And also in the session we had today, if you still feel you do not understand, definitely we are going to be sending you our documentations and follow-up videos also to help to make sure that you get better understanding and you understand the entire walkthrough process and you can easily seamlessly use the fee collection and the revenue management system on your EduTAMS platform. So since we do not have any other question, we would assume that we all understood everything we said today and we would get better at it. So thank you so much for coming in. Akinda, do you have anything to say for us before we round up? Akinda,
Yes, thank you very much, Quinsley. I didn't know I was muted.
yeah.
Uh, so like Quincy is saying, for us at EduTAMS, we are always at the verge of looking out to how we can make technology work out for you as a school. So like part of what we discussed today is how as a school you can use the payments, the bursary feature, which fee collection feature which you have on the platform to help you to streamline, your activity. So just be rest assured that we have so much, in the bag that we have lined up that will be willing to want to share with you. So Quincy, I'm guessing the next webinar session is next month, right? We have the webinar
Yes.
twice. All right, so definitely we'll be communicating to you, and we would always be there to support you to ensure that you have a very good experience with the
Mm.
platform. So thank you so much, for joining this
Okay.
session. Just always ensure that
Akine,
you
before you leave, a
okay,
question came in. A question came in. I think that's going to be our last question. So,
okay,
it's a,
yeah,
yeah, can you see the screen?
definitely, yes, I can.
Okay.
So this is from Temi. I paid for change of data for phone of my student, but the money is deducted in wallet, but I can't see the details. Okay, so I'm guessing Temitope, I'm guessing this change of data you paid it on the Ogisera platform. Ogisera is basically managed by the Ogun State Ministry of Education. However, what I'm going to do is that we're going to probably get your details just like how we did it
Akine, your network is breaking. Akine, we
yes.
can't hear you. Okay,
Yes,
better.
yeah. So I'm saying that most likely that might also be because of the probably the upgrade that we made in terms of the payment provider on the platform. So and again, I said that this probably is on OG Sarah platform, which is totally managed by the Ogun State Ministry of Education. So what we would do, the meetup is that we can help you reach out to the support team of the OG Sarah platform so they can help you check, just also please on the chat section, share the name of your school so that the support team for the OG Sarah can also just follow. But regardless, don't worry. This is something that you will see in no time. It's just as a result of the upgrade, which in no time you will see. We are having to do the upgrade, bit by bit. But however, share the name of your school on the chat section. The support team for the OG Sarah would also reach out to you and ensure that it's up back for you. So
All
no,
right, thank
nothing
you
to
so
worry about. Yeah.
thank you so much, Akinde. So while Temitope is sending the name of our school, so do you have one last thing to tell us before we round up?
Yeah, it's just to keep, ensure you just subscribe and ensure that you look forward to our sessions because we'll be having these product education sessions twice monthly. So we would always be there. If you have any questions, you can always ensure to reach out to our support team or watch out for our webinar sessions, which you can get, live clarifications or live support directly to ensure that you have a good experience using the platform. That's it, Quincy.
Thank you so much, Akinde. So one last thing I would like to also say is please kindly do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you get updates when we have informative and educative content. And because we are going to be bringing so much more this new session, we have a lot in stock for you and to make sure we give you a good user experience so you get updates also. So you can hit the notification bell, click subscribe, and also like and share, also follow. Okay, I can see your school, Temitope. I'll just take that down. Community. Sorry, can you give me the school code if that is possible? If that is possible, please give me the school code. Rita G4 A6. Okay. All right, so that is duly noted. So, like I said, and also you can do is also follow all of our social media platforms, and we can you get to know. So, thank you so much. I've seen your school code H14006. So, Henry, I can see what you're saying. You would suggest all right, noted. I would also like to ask Henry if are you in the public school or in the private school, please? Please let me know that.
He's in the
Timothy,
private, I guess. Yeah.
oh, you said something, Akindeng.
Yes, is in the private. Let me just respond. So thank you
Okay.
very much, Mr. Henry. Yes, definitely. Um, yes, so we would really look out to this, and we have, because we are also very big on taking feedback and seeing how we would respond to that. So what we will do is that we'll just dedicate a day where we'll reach out to each of our schools personally. So it will just be a one-on-one call session with us, with our support team. So if the physical works, fine, and if it doesn't work, we are looking at, which is what we are currently looking at exploring now, is that we'll just dedicate a day for you where we can have a virtual session basically just for your school. And if any other person is also, any other school is also interested, that is also, you should get that update, that you should hear from us students about it. We're going to just schedule some days that are specifically that schools themselves. These are dedicated one-on-one session with our support team and your school as well. So we'll be able to take beyond just this webinar that we are having, so we can, further provide the necessary support for you. So thank you very much, Mr. Henry, for your feedback. We always take note of them and see how we can improve on them on daily basis. So our support team will reach out to you. So we're going to schedule a day where we'll be able to, work with your school and your staffs, individually, one on one, to see how, we can ensure that everyone on the platform or in your school is having a very good experience. I hope that is very helpful. Pending the time that we are able to work out, if probably visiting your school, or having your some of your staff to also visit our office. Meanwhile, that is open anyway. If you want to come to
Yeah.
our office, that's great, right? So while that is
You want
ongoing,
to
we
share
can
the
also
address
set
for
up.
them?
Yeah, you can. Well, we would also even reach out to everyone.
No.
That option, I guess, is what we should do, is to reach out to each school, and they can now schedule time at which they want to also have a session with our support team. So we will do that. Mr. Henry, thank you so much. We are also looking forward to having you in the next session, in the next webinar session. I know
He's
you've been
always
joining.
around. I
Exactly.
would say a big
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
So
He has always been supportive. Thank you so much,
yes,
Mr.
so
Henry.
we'll continue to have more of this, product education session, to ensure that you are having a very good experience on the platform. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Akindeni, also for coming. So, Mr. Henry, like I said, we are going to see how we can work that out. And also, like you also said, our office is always open to you. We're at Ijebode, plot 8 conference, Conference Street, GRA, Ijebode, Ogun State. So you can always come walk in. You are customers, we are here to serve you. So definitely you would see us, we'll be here for you for you. So, without wasting much of our time, we have spent our actual time. Thank you so much once again for joining me in today's session. Like I said, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, follow us on Facebook, EduTAMS, follow us on LinkedIn, EduTAMS, follow us on Instagram, edu_tams, follow us on Twitter, also EduTAMS. Thank you so much once again for joining in. Please do have a great day. Until I come your way next time, my name is Quincy Ademola. Take care of yourself.